Taurus, this is your reflect on the mid-month of May. So let's draw your 6 cards and look at the bottom of the deck, see what's going on. So Taurus, the first card out is Justice here. So you're reflecting on some sort of balance. What I'm hearing is your stability has been shucking up a little bit, and there is the need to bring in some sort of order here. There is a need for some sort of balancing of the scales that you have been reflecting on. And this has something to do with your stability here. So something is coming back to you that is going to open up your money flow, and you're going to get word of it. And this has already come to pass because we're reflecting on the mid-month of May in order just to kind of see what happened during the first part of May and move forward a little bit. But, you know, Taurus, it seems as if that there was some sort of settlement that you got the verdict of at the first part of May, and it was something that was kind of keeping your money flow stagnant to some degree because you had some sort of energy tied into this settlement that needed to. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So what I'm hearing is something did work out in your favor, but it wasn't what you had expected. It wasn't as big as it seemed, but it was something that you gained some sort of wealth from, or you gained some sort of financial return, and you're able to kind of just close the case, put it behind you, and move forward here. But you're still thinking about it because it didn't quite come into you didn't get the closure really you wanted from this settlement for whatever reason. You just kind of like broke even, and you maybe got some sort of gain from, and you're able to kind of just put it behind you and move forward so you can focus your time and energy on something else. And it did kind of shake up your stability a little bit here because we have the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse. So you're just kind of thinking about, you know, what happened, why things didn't quite pan out the way you had expected them to. And then we have the Lovers here in reverse. So it could have been some sort of idea or creative, the beginnings of some sort of creative project or idea that maybe somebody took from you, and you had to separate from the idea. You went ahead and just allowed for the opposing energy or the opposite party or the other person or whomever was involved to just go ahead and keep the idea. And I feel like for you, you just needed to kind of put this behind you because there is something just unfair here with the Lovers card in reverse in the Wheel of Fortune. And then we have the Ace of Wands here in the reverse. So yeah, so there was some sort of new beginning to some sort of creative idea that you felt as if you created or manifested. And there was something that, there was some sort of legality tied to it. And the first part of May, you were just getting the closure you needed to move on from this. And there was something that was paid to you, but it kind of covered some of the costs in the legal matters to this situation, and you broke even with a little bit of financial kind of uptake or reward, so to say, or payback, and you're able to kind of put it behind you, but there's still some sort of like reflecting on it, because with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you had kind of like wishful thinking here with the Lover's card too in reverse, and you're not really understanding, how things kind of went wrong here. But hey, that's just the way things go sometimes in this world. It can be a little unfair, and some things you have to keep, with the Four of Pentacles at your chest in order for it to develop, and keep quiet about it. But with the Page of Wands here, you already had brought people in, shared the idea, and the King of Pentacles here, you're understanding kind of, with the Justice card, where you just kind of dropped the ball and went wrong with this, and kind of sharing and expressing your idea too early, or with the wrong people, places, or things. And this is where you're experiencing some growth to some degree, okay, with the Ace of Wands in reverse, what not to do the next time. So Taurus, that is your reflect on the mid-month of May. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, take care and love.